Hi everyone, we are going to start the forearm unit, which is the wrist and hand joint. I have with me today the right arm of the model, the muscle model. And so if you extended your arm in front of you, very similar to this model, you would see that this is the bicep. And then here we have the forearm and the wrist and the hand. So this is going to be your lateral side, and this is your medial. So this white protrusion right here, I'll try to get that tape out of the way, right there is medial epicondyle, medial epicondyle. And you can see from this tape that this first muscle is pronator teres. Pronator teres. So pronator teres originates on the medial epicondyle, and it's this first muscle. It is not part of the wrist and hand joint. It is from our last unit. That's an elbow flexor and a pronator. So just a little side note, that first muscle is our pronator teres. From there, we have three muscles medially that I want to talk about. But I wanted you to get the pronator teres as our landmark. Now I'm going to start to turn this sideways so you can see. Here is the inner elbow, so this is your medial epicondyle. Pronator teres is the first muscle that comes off of the medial epicondyle. Then there are three more. The second one is flexor carpi radialis. Flexor because that's what it does. And the carpi, meaning like within the forearm, radialis because of it follows the radial bone. So that's the second muscle off of the medial epicondyle. Third, palmaris longus. And then fourth, which is on the bottom of your arm, flexor carpi ulnaris, because it attaches to the ulnar bone. So we've got four complete muscles that come off of medial epicondyle. The first one is from the other chapter. That's pronator teres. You will not need to know that muscle, but it's going to be our landmark. Next muscle, flexor carpi radialis. Third muscle, palmaris longus, and flexor carpi ulnaris. Now I would like to show you what the muscles look like once I take off the tape. I'm going to put the names here so that you can keep remembering, because there's a lot of names. All right, now that I've taken the three names off and they're here for you to keep looking back at, we can now start. So here is medial epicondyle, top of the forearm, pronator teres. Starting right from here and following all along. So it starts here and then it follows all the way to the thumb. That is flexor carpi radialis. So we have pronator teres, and the second, flexor carpi radialis. Third muscle, palmaris longus. Starts here, and then it follows this very long tendon, and then you can see that it branches into this white web-like structure. That's your tendon for palmaris longus. So you know that you are dealing with palmaris longus when it starts off the medial epicondyle, and then literally you follow this tendon all the way, and then you know that that's palmaris longus because the palmaris is your palm. So a good trick is follow this tendon all the way through the muscle, and then when you know that it's the third one, that's palmaris longus. Lastly, and on the bottom, flexor carpi ulnaris attaches to the medial epicondyle, and then it comes all the way in right to here, and it goes to your pinky area. So this is flexor carpi ulnaris. So starting from the top, pronator teres, next muscle, flexor carpi radialis, because it goes to the thumb. The third one, palmaris longus, and we follow the long tendon all the way up into the palm. That's palmaris longus. And then finally, on the bottom, flexor carpi ulnaris, because it goes towards the pinky. And that is the medial side of your forearm.